Today, I'm really happy to say that my 23mm f2 only cost me 20 euros per year, and I had it 3 years. Hello, I'm Sylvain and I'm the dad photographer, and today I'm going to talk about money. And the main point here is photography is expensive, right? Wrong. I really believe today is the best moment to go into photography because prices have never been as low. I can hear you. Hey Sylvain, all the new Sony, all the new Fuji, they are more expensive than ever. And yeah, it's true. The last XT4 is really expensive. The last Sony A7 is really expensive. But you know what's not expensive? 2015 XT2, 2015 lenses, 2015 cameras. And that's the main point today. We're going to talk about buying used gear. Alright, well, I'm stopping the video because I see there's quite a lot to explain here. So first of all, lenses and bodies are absolutely not the same. If you track time and price on, let's say, 4 years, a camera body will age quite substantially, but it won't be a linear decrease. In fact, the camera will stay at a relatively stable price, maybe drop a bit after 6 months, and then carry on up until 2 years later when it's going to be replaced by another better camera in the same lineup. And then actually the camera will disappear from the new market. Its used price though will drop immediately. That's why when a camera is new and there's some on the used market, generally speaking it's quite a good buy because the camera will be completely new, hardly used. Those are early adopters cameras, and except if they have a defect, it's quite a good buy because you get a 20-30% drop immediately. Afterwards, it will actually decrease in value very fast and drop when the camera is dropped, and decrease very strongly with additional drops with every passing generation. Meaning camera bodies can end up very quickly as very cheap objects. Cameras in a way are like cars, even worse. Their value drops as soon as you buy them, and it just keeps on dropping as time goes by. This means that really you can find older cameras on the used market which were great when they came out at prices which were unthinkable even a few years before. The best example I think is the XT2. It's still today quite a good camera, and on the used market you can find a really neat one for 650 euros. That's the price of a new XT200, which has already lost 200 euros in value. New. What do you get for those 650 euros? Well, the XT200 is a bit newer, so it will have better Bluetooth connectivity. It has a touch screen. I don't believe it's worth anything. But apart from that, you get a way better viewfinder, better shutter speed, better continuous shooting, more battery life, a flash sync port, an additional storage slot, which is to me quite important. And of course, if you're a parent, you also get environmental sealing. Plus, it has all the buttons everybody loves in the Fuji, and has a sweet X-trans sensor, and is built in aluminum and not in plastic, meaning it will probably hold up better anyways in time. It's also rated for more shots than the XT200, meaning that if your used XT2 has had little shots taken with them, and most used gears do, then it's probable that your used XT2 has still more light in it than the new XT200. And those comparisons work. Most cameras, a used XT3 is to me better than most Fuji cameras priced at 900 euros. So my advice on cameras would be go used on high-end models. Lenses, on the other hand, their value hold quite well. There's only two things which can make them lose value: a new version of the lens or the end of the lens mount. Used lenses lose value, but they don't really lose value as time goes by. They lose value with their usage. So really what you're paying with the lens and what you have to look for with the lens is the state of the lens rather than its age. The fact that the prices are quite stable, especially for the used gear, is actually very good, because it means you can buy a lens for quite cheap, well, a bit cheaper, and sell it back, and it won't have moved much if you take care of your lenses. And that's how I paid my 23mm for only 60 euros. So the only catch is don't break your used lens, because then you lose the whole. So in the end, what do we have? Two things. Camera body first. You really want to go for a high-end version of an older generation. The value will be quite high, but the price will be quite low. Lenses, you can take any lens, just take one that's strong, well built, and take care of it and go on the used market. Remember, there's one whose price will go down quite fast, the other one will hold up, so you want different strategies of how you buy stuff. That being said, you really don't have to buy gear in order to achieve good pictures. And also, if you enjoyed this short video, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and see you next time.